Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So I heard some very sad news today, and I don't know if anybody else has heard it. You probably have. I just learned it today, but do you guys know who David Wilcock is? Huge author. I just was introduced to him like a year ago. I've been reading his book, huge mammoth book like that. He's got lots of books. And apparently he unalived himself is the story. And I'm a little suspicious, allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. I really should have had my mug here. My entertainment purposes only mug. But, I'm not suspicious. What I am is questioning. So it's time to question everything. That's just the way I think we need to be right now. So we are going to ask the lead team some questions about this and make sure, I haven't asked them actually if this is an appropriate conversation for us to have right now. Make sure we're safe having it. But it's really interesting to me because has anybody been paying attention to the scientists? Like this group of scientists that are like slowly missing or unalived or whatever. I mean, it's like 11 now. Well, he kind of fits into this category. So very interesting. I might do a separate session on just the scientists if you guys want me to. But this is all a part of the change. So question everything, but also I'm trusting the universe to do what it needs to do, but finding it quite fascinating at the same time. And I am really getting to a place where, like, I heard the news and my heart didn't sink or anything, which I'm really getting to a place, not that I'm accepting things, but I'm really getting to a place of observing without absorbing. I really am. Like, I was like, oh, wow. Okay, what's this about? More than like, and feeling a bunch of fear or whatever. I'm really like more, what is this about? That's interesting. Like what's going on? So when you get to that energy, you can really still look into what's going on, but not be emotional about it or not be fearful about it or not. And that's why I don't even really like the word suspicious. It's more, I'm at a like questioning phase on everything. And I think if we get to that place where you can question everything without being emotional about it, it's just, this is what it is. Things are what they are. If you can get to that place, then you can actually take action on that. Because you can have conversations that are about truth and honesty. But if we can't get to that place and we're always reacting from fear or reacting from suspicion or reacting, suspicion is not a bad word right now, because I think we should be suspicious about most things because we've been taught a lot of things that are probably not true for a very long time. And we're grieving that, all the things that we're learning and we're still discovering. But I really do think, like, I can feel myself getting to that, like I've been saying, not absorbing, but I'm observing, which means then I can still question it, though. It doesn't mean I can actually question it better now than I could before, because I've gone through this process of the healing, the grieving and the healing. And now I can actually take better action, I think, than I could have before. Because now I'm not afraid to look at what is, So I don't know. I find that fascinating. I didn't know I was going to talk about that right now, but here we are. Okay, so David Wilcock, may he rest in peace. David, thank you for all the work you did on Earth. I hope it was your choice to leave, but regardless, it's part of his life plan. He wouldn't have exited the Earth, as far as we know, something we've learned from the lead team. He wouldn't have exited the earth unless it was his will to leave at that time. It was one of his exit points, right? So David, thank you. I will ask the lead team if David would be ready to answer the questions today, because he just transitioned 2 days ago on April 20th, 2026. He was 53 years old. He lived in Boulder, Colorado, which I find fascinating because one of the things that I find fascinating about that is because of what was the case in Boulder, the little girl who we've never found out what happened to her. Bull crap. They know what happened to her. I'm sure it was all part of the trafficking stuff is my guess, but she's from Boulder too, and the Boulder police or whatever. So the gentleman who I heard speak about David today on a video that I will post down below if you want to listen to it, he was a good friend of his. And apparently Colorado has like the best cyberbullying laws, but the Boulder police weren't doing anything about him being cyberbullied. So he talked a lot about that. So what the hell, Boulder police? What the hell? If that was going on, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need my what the hell mug. What the hell? Okay, I'm going to get it soon. It's getting up in the shop. Yeah. So, we got to hold people accountable for this crap. So if that was the case, if he was being cyberbullied as badly as his friend said he was being, his dog died. I guess they reported him to the police that, they were just on him. Reported him to police for abusing his dog just people were, just constantly. And if you know anything about his life, you can probably see why. And his friend made reference to the people who were cyberbullying him were like maybe people in the same kind of space that he's in, but maybe disagreed with him. So this crap's got to stop. We're never going to get to the truth about anything if we're allowing this to happen. So Boulder police, what the hell? What the hell? What the actual hell? Who are you working for? What are you doing? What are you doing? Sebastian Maniscalco is one of our favorite, I don't think that's how you pronounce his last name, but he's one of our favorite comedians. What are you doing? He's Italian. And in fact, he grew up in Arlington Heights, Illinois. I grew up in Palatine, which is like right next to each other. And Charlie Kirk grew up in Arlington Heights as well. So, okay, so let's find out what's going on here. So David Wilcock reportedly died on April 20th, 2026 at age 53 in Colorado. Authorities reported a self-inflicted gunshot wound near Nederland, Colorado. He had posted a live stream 2 days earlier. I kind of want to go in and look at that live stream. A close friend later said the years before his death, so obviously the last couple of years, included lawsuits, cyber-stalking, death threats, harassment, and repeated efforts to damage his reputation. According to that account, the harassment became much worse after 2018. I wonder why. Claims were made that police reports, IRS reports, SEC reports, and online attacks continued for years. So this is the gentleman that I've listed below. The same account described David as increasingly overwhelmed by being watched, attacked, and publicly mocked. So this is what I'm understanding. The closer people get to the truth, the more this happens to them. So you know what to do. Buy his books, because the closer people get to the truth, the more this kind of stuff happens. That's what I'm seeing. So we all know what to do. Okay? I will list his books below if you want to give our channel a little boost and commission. You don't have to. But if you buy through our affiliate links, it doesn't cost you any more, but we get a little boost. Okay? So yeah, we know what to do. I'm probably going to buy all his books now. Because I really do believe that. The closer people get to the truth, the more people bug them. That's happening to Candace Owens. Trump's even calling out Candace now. Oh, really? So what does that tell you? That tells you she's closer to the truth and they don't like it. So now he has tweeted about her twice. I mean, how ridiculous, the President of the United States. She's obviously very close to the truth. See, this is where I'm at. I'm like, you know what? No, we want the truth. We want the truth. Okay? We are going to get to the truth behind things because this has got to stop. It's the only way we can stop this. It's the only way we are going to get to a place, the board of peace. No, we're not going to get to peace the way that Trump wants to get to peace. That's not going to happen that way. We're going to get to peace because we are allowed to speak the truth about what our reality really is, about what this really is. That's how we're going to get there. I don't even know where all this is coming from. Like, I had no plans to talk about this. That's just where I'm at right now, I guess. So, for more than 20 years, David talked about UFOs, hidden technology, Ascension, and a coming change for humanity. One of the biggest claims was that he was reincarnation of Edgar Cayce. I actually did, now that I just read that, I remember now doing a video about David Wilcock already. I will post that right here at the end of this. The lead team did confirm he was a reincarnation of Edgar Cayce, that he actually was. He said he received information through dreams, intuition, and contact with higher beings. Over time, this message became more focused on disclosure, 5D, the solar flash, and a coming split between two futures, the 3D and the 5D. I'm assuming it didn't say that, but. So today we're going to look at the biggest claims and ask whether any of them may be true, okay? And we'll ask for protection over this, so. All right, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, lead team. Thank you so much for being here and partnering with us. First of all, is this conversation a safe one for us to be having in the community today? Yes. Okay. Can you please put a big shield around our community so that, I want people who you want to hear this message and hear this video. But I would prefer if you just put a big shield around it. So we don't want to attract energy, lower energy to it. Okay. Are you able to do that? Yes. Okay, cool. So you just got to ask for what you want. Okay. So please get the video out to those who you think would find it useful and helpful for them, for their highest good, but nobody else. Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Okay. So we have questions. Is David in a position right now to answer questions for us? No. Okay. Are you in a position to answer the questions that I have in front of me? Yes. Are the questions I have in front of me appropriate to ask? Yes. Are they in our highest and best good for those listening to know the your response to these questions? Yes. Okay. Will David be open and ready to talk with us via the pendulum at some point? Yes. Would that point be tomorrow? No. Okay. So we won't be doing that tomorrow. Usually I'll do them back to back, but I am kind of doing this a little early. It's only been 2 days since each transition. So um, I got a little wheezing going on. So yeah, usually I'll wait like a week or two and then, but I'll pick it up in a week or two and see when he's ready. Okay. Okay, lead team. So we've got some questions. So did David unalive himself? Ah, he did. Okay. Allegedly in entertainment purposes only. Okay, yes. Aw, that's too bad. I mean, I guess either way. So he was ready to go? Yes. Okay. Did anybody unalive David? No. Okay. Was the harassment and cyber stalking David experienced a real factor in what happened? Yes. Were there organized efforts to damage his reputation and isolate him? Yes. Apparently they went after his family and friends too, so maybe did he feel like his family and friends would be better off without him? Aw, yes. Was that a part of David's life plan? Was that one option in his life plan was to unalive himself? Yes. Okay. Okay. Did the pressure from lawsuits, threats, and public attacks make it harder for him to think clearly? Yes. Was he being unfairly targeted because of what he was saying? Yes. Was David truly downloading the truth from spirit? Yes. Did the attacks against him make some people dismiss his ideas without examining them? Yes. Okay. So a friend, the friend that I talked about, described years of cyberbullying, death threats, and attempts to destroy David's reputation. Specific names were mentioned, along with claims that complaints were filed with the IRS, SEC, police, and other agencies. I don't remember him specifically naming anybody in that video, but if you guys know, you can share with each other. That same account said attacks often spread to people close to him. So the question is, and I know his friend was saying he wants the Boulder police to be held accountable for not taking his cyber and the people who were cyber attacking him to be held accountable. So how does that happen? I don't know. It's not something I want to take on. Probably don't think you do either, but yeah, it sounds like somebody needs to be held accountable here. So according to that account, the goal was not only to criticize his life, but to ruin it. Because the same attacks spread to people close to him. So were there coordinated efforts to pressure and damage David over many years? Yes. And this started in about 2018. Yes. I wonder what happened in 2018. Was he getting closer to the truth? That's a yes. Okay. Okay. Who was cyberbullying him allegedly? Was it people in the same space? Yes. Was he speaking a truth that is different than what they want people to believe? Yes. Oh, okay. Did attacks on his reputation push him further into fear, isolation, or confusion? Yes. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry that happened to you, David. Let's send him lots of love, you guys. Send him lots of hearts in the chat right now. Were some of the people criticizing him motivated by something other than simply a disagreeing with him? Yes. Did it have to do with money? Son of a bitch. Yeah, sorry. That wasn't very nice. Yes. Always does, doesn't it? So was his beliefs pulling attention away from whoever was cyberbullying him? Yes. Will those people be held accountable? Yes. Okay. All right. They'll be held accountable. Well, good. So David said he was Edgar Cayce in another lifetime. We've already confirmed that with the lead team. He pointed to physical similarities, similar interests, and unusual dreams. He said he could access information in a way that felt similar to Cayce's readings. Much of his later work came from this belief. So, lead team, was he actually Edgar Cayce in another lifetime? Yes, really wide swing on that. Look at that, you guys. Really wide swing. So, Edgar, hello. He's here too. We've done a couple episodes with Edgar as well, so with Pendulum as well. Did the dreams and inner experiences come from a real spiritual source? Yes. Did he have access to information that most people do not? Yes. So are his books teaching us real, truthful information? Yes. Was the Edgar Cayce connection important to understanding the rest of his work? Yes. Okay. So David said governments and powerful groups were hiding the truth about UFOs and non-human intelligence. He also talked about advanced technology already existing behind the scenes. So we have access to that. He described free energy. Oh boy. This is where, I think this happened to Tesla as well, the free energy thing. Our electric companies don't want us knowing that electricity is actually free to us. Energy is actually free to us. They don't want us knowing this. So he described free energy, anti-gravity, advanced healing, and secret space programs. He said this information would eventually come out through disclosure. Okay, so is there hidden truth about UFO and non-human intelligence? I have a feeling they're all going to be yes questions. Yes. Are advanced technologies being kept from the public? Yes. Will a larger disclosure happen in the next few years? Yes. I heard disclosure in 2027. Yes. Is the movie that's coming out this summer, Disclosure, is that actually helping us understand disclosure? Yes. Or will it hurt our understanding of disclosure? No. Okay. So you know what to do if you want to. Okay, we did that. Would that disclosure change the way people see history and the world? This is just really where the truth is. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So he does talk about the solar flash, which I find interesting because Ann Tucker talks about the flash of light, right? And we did that whole series with Ann Tucker's information. Solar flash, 5D, and the new Earth. See? One of David's most specific ideas was the solar flash. He described it as a major energetic event connected to the sun. According to him, this event would raise human consciousness and move some people into 5D. Now, we just had a conversation over the last couple of days because the Z's we were talking with the Z's, or we were asking questions that the messages the Z's were giving through Lee Harris. And they were saying that there probably won't be like one big event. Like we're not waiting for one big event. But we'll see what they say now about the solar flash. Maybe I wasn't asking the right kind of questions. So again, according to him, this event would raise human consciousness and move some people into 5D. He said people could develop stronger intuition, telepathy, healing ability, and a different way of living. He also said some people would move into a new Earth while others would remain in the old system. This is very, very consistent to what many people are talking about, channelers. Diana Cooper, many people. So, lead team. Will there be a major event like a solar flash? Okay, yes. So that's different than what you told us yesterday or the last couple days. Now, I'm not quite sure what I asked. So if you guys have clarity on that, I can do another episode, okay? If you want clarity on it. Because I'm not quite sure. I can pull all your comments and questions and my transcripts from those last couple of videos, and we can clarify that. Okay, so let me know if you guys want clarity on this. Is humanity moving into a higher state of consciousness? Yes. Is the 3D trying to prevent this from happening? Okay. Yes. This is why we need to move ourselves, you guys. Will some people begin to experience stronger intuition and unusual abilities? Yes. Well, just like, and they're trying to prevent that from happening, correct? Because the more truth we understand, the more they keep us in confusion and fear, the less we are able to do this. Let's just put it that way. Yes. Yes. Will humanity separate into different paths based on how people respond to this change? Yes. So that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. There are going to be many humans still wanting to live in the 3D or spiritual beings for a time. And there's many of us who don't want to. I don't. So, and that's okay. It's okay. You can. It's okay if you still want to stay in the 3D. This is free will. You have choice. So David often described the world as a struggle between light and darkness. That's really what I'm understanding more too. I'm actually really resonating with what he has been speaking of. He said fear, division, because we've been talking about that, and confusion were being used to keep people from waking up. I just said that out loud. He also said positive forces were helping humanity behind the scenes. Yay! Hi, you guys. Come on in. You're welcome. You're welcome to come. He believed hidden truth would eventually come into the open. Okay. And he was being a conduit to this. Are fear and division being used to keep people distracted and confused? We know the answer to that. Yes. Are there positive forces helping humanity wake up? Yes, this is where you really have to use your discernment between, like I did a video on the white hats versus the black hats. It's hard to know who are the white hats right now. And like people who are I want to do an episode on like this one world order thing. There's a lot of messaging about this one world order, but I'm suspicious. Let me just ask real quick. Is this idea of a one world order a white hat initiative? Okay, I wondered about that. Yes, because there's a lot of people who are trying to freak everybody out about it, and it's confused me a little bit. Yes, okay. So we'll do a separate, if you guys are interested in that, let me know and we can do a separate episode on that. So, a couple more questions. Is there a deeper struggle happening behind many world events? Again, it's just this light and darkness. Will more truth continue to come into the light? Yes. Is David's unaliving himself going to help this? Oh, yes. Did his soul know that this would actually help us move forward quicker? Yes. Oh, so is that the point of David unaliving himself? Yes. Was that the point of him getting cyber-bullied so that he would get to that point and it would cause more attention to it? Yes. See, this is why we can't let our hearts sink when, David took one. I mean, he was tortured basically since 2018. And he finally had enough, but this needed to be done to help humanity move forward. Yes. Okay. So bigger picture. Was David closer to the truth about things than most people realized? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, David. Seriously, David, all send tons of positive energy to him, you guys, because he really took one for the team since 2018 to really call a lot of attention to this. Because, we did have a conversation about him, again, like 9 months ago, but I'm not sure I would be doing this again today. So his death alone is going to cause us to even wake up even more, which is amazing. So thank you, David. Send him lots and lots of positive energy right now, because if maybe that will help him transition with a lot of loving energy. We want him to have as much loving energy as possible. So, all right, you guys, let me know if you have any other questions, and I can pull comments, questions, and we can do a part 2 if you want to. I'll definitely check in a week or 2 with the lead team to see if he's ready to do pendulum conversation. And I won't do it until he is, obviously. So, okay, take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.